But they got her. Lock them up.
This is great news that there are actually repercussions for this kind of behavior. This is something that we talked about. It was in regard to Congress people talking to immigrants or illegal immigrants, saying you don't have to talk to police. AOC we discussed, Ilhan Omar we discussed.
Aiding and abetting.
Yeah, aiding and abetting. Mm-hmm. This is a clear violation, and it's great that she's been arrested.
I am tempted to just put on some 80s music and sit here bobbing my head to it the whole time with various news articles saying judge arrested over and over and over again.
Let's do Simple Minds. Don't you forget about me.
That's right.
That's a good one to start with.
So Grabian, Tom Elliott, he had this great post where he compiled all of the statements from Democrats and media personalities saying no one's above the law over and over and over again. And so as a matter of happenstance, we were singing that song by, was it BJ Thompson or whatever his name is? Thomas, I don't know. The Raindrops Are Falling on Your Head.
Raindrops keep falling
Butch
on
Cassidy
my
and the
head.
Sundance
Yeah, we're
Kid.
playing that.
Is that what it's from?
Yep.
And so we were playing that while I was listening to this video. And so I just figured I had to go into a Premiere and edit them together.
The idea that no person is above the law is a bedrock principle of American justice.
No man is above the law, no matter what the crime.
And I agree with you. No man is above the law. No person is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one's above the law. No one is above the law.
No man is above the law.
All right, that's enough of that. But you get the point. It's a Good Friday. I figure we'll party afterwards, and it's only just begun. Hopefully, it beguns a lot more after this, and we get a lot more.
I think technically, wasn't last Friday Good Friday? It's just an even better Friday.
Yep. This is Gooder Friday.
I would argue that many Christians would not consider today to be Gooder Friday, but a secondary compared to Good Friday, that's probably way better than today.
Second best Friday.
Second best Friday.
I think I know I'm biased. We're all sort of biased in our living bubbles, but it's just at its face, like these people abetting illegal immigration is horrific for the future of the country. It can't be tolerated.
Not just that, he was accused of fairly
mercilessly
serious crimes.
beating a woman.
Well, what really gets me about this is Amy Klobuchar had posted, she's like, this is not normal. Like just these alarming, these pearl clutching posts that are coming out from congressmen, and it's all repeating.
Well, she's right, though. Amy Klobuchar's right.
That it's not normal to arrest judges.
No, it's not normal for judges to aid and abet illegal immigrants and let them get away.
Yes. So she just has the audacity to really gaslight people who have been paying attention on this. And she said, this undermines checks and balances. It's like, no, the only checks and balances being undermined is the judicial branch to Congress. This is undermining their laws. This is undermining the naturalization process, undermining the supremacy clause.
Yep. You know, there's another song that comes to mind. It's the one where it's like, I don't care, I love it. You know that song? I don't care.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like the Democrats can whinge all they want, and I'm just going to say, I don't care, I love it.
So I think, Josie, what you're saying is this judge was violating due process.
Yes.
Clearly. Well,
yes.
Violating the law.
But that's the thing. It's like accuse your enemy of that which you are guilty. And so that's what they do. And as soon as they do that, it all makes sense of what's actually happening. So judges, supreme and inferior, according to Article 3, they have the right to serve in times of good behavior. Aiding and abetting and harboring fugitives is not good behavior. That's bad behavior.
Lock them up.
Are they considered fugitives, technically?
Yes.
Illegal immigrants?
Yeah.
When this person was a fugitive, they were wanted for arrest. The court proceeding was adjourned, and they escaped out the back of the building.
Are illegal people here illegally technically fugitives, or is it only if you try and get them and they run away?
They're fugitives.
Yes.
And this guy had an order for expedited removal. They do not have trials for this. The media is gaslighting the public into thinking there's a criminal trial for every illegal immigrant.
Did you know that Barack Obama, 75% of his deportations didn't have any due process?
Is that because none was needed?
I got to stop you there. That's wrong.
That was from the ACLU.
They are lying.
I guess that's fair. The ACLU does lie.
Indeed.
Yes.
Due process does not mean a criminal trial.
Well, that's what I mean. Dude, they didn't deserve a criminal trial, so they didn't get one. Therefore, due process was followed, even though there was no process. Well, the process was just get out.
See, this is the gaslighting. And I got to stop you. This is the gaslighting. They say they were deported with, like under Obama, none of these guys got due process. That's incorrect. What process are you due? Okay, as an illegal immigrant, you get reviewed by law enforcement. They check your IDs. They can check the IDs and detain any American citizen at any point. If there's reasonable suspicion, which is incredibly easy to get, An officer can stop you and ask you questions. They can ask for your ID. You don't have to give it to them. You can say, am I being detained? And you can go. But if they have reasonable suspicion that you're an illegal immigrant, they can escalate a little bit. Often what happens is they find out the individual is not a citizen, or suspicion grows to probable cause. And then they say, okay, expedited removal. That is the process that you are due as an illegal immigrant. So what's happening now is Democrats are trying to create the idea in the minds of Americans that due process means flatly 100% criminal jury trial with a defense counsel. That's for American citizens. Due process is different in many different cases. Okay, so due process can be if a judge denies your evidence. You as an American, if you're a J6er and you get a criminal trial and a jury and legal counsel on both sides, and then you say, Your Honor, this video is exculpatory evidence proving I'm innocent, and the judge goes, you can't show it. That's a violation of due process. But you got a criminal trial and a hearing and all of those things. Due process does not mean criminal trial. So when we issue expedited removals, they never go before a judge. An ICE agent finds a guy, they investigate, they say this person is an illegal immigrant. They file for removal, they negotiate with the home country, put them on a plane and fly them back. End of story. That is due process.
I found the ACLU how they worded it. The Obama administration has prioritized speed over fairness in the removal system, sacrificing individualized due process in the pursuit of record removal numbers. This was 2014. The deportation system that heard 75% of people through fast track streamline removal is a system devoid of fairness and individualized process. So that's how they were able to word it and get away with pathing it off as truth.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.